And joining us now, Cassie Schlamp from right here in Saskatchewan. Well, hi, Cassie. Thanks for taking the time.
Hi, how are you guys?
Wonderful. Thanks for coming on. Now, Cassie, congratulations in order, and that's where I want to start. Not only head coach of the Weyburn Gold Wings, but also a recent appointment as assistant coach for Team Saskatchewan, the female U18 team for the 2027 Winter Games. What was that moment like when you officially got word?
Yeah, obviously it's pretty surreal. Definitely something that, as a coach starting 10 years ago, like I started out in U9, right? So it's like you start small and it's like you watch all these people before you, right? Like, and then it ends up being you someday, right? So obviously pretty excited, super grateful and blessed for the experience. So yeah, definitely excited to get things going.
I noticed that you just celebrated a pretty big birthday. If I'm not mistaken, you turned 28 on the 28th, and that
Yes.
came off. That just so happened to be a day where you got a big win over the Notre Dame Hounds, and you guys celebrated a little bit post-game, right?
Yeah, you betcha. The girls surprised me with some cake, and they actually toasted to my engagement too, so it was pretty special and sweet.
Well, congratulations on that as well. It's a big year for you already.
It is, yeah. Thank you.
But having your players come in and take that extra effort and, bring you that cake, it's something that they didn't necessarily have to do. How does that speak to the camaraderie that you've built as a team and, maybe your leadership skills and how you've grown?
For sure. Obviously, like the biggest thing I preach when I'm coaching and my philosophy is building relationships. So, before the game, before anything, I want good people. I want to build good people. And I think, obviously through my leadership, I try and build that. But we have a ton of natural leaders in our room and, people that I just get along with, human to human, right? Not player to coach. So, obviously those relationships help that. But super special that they did that for me. And super grateful.
So you started at U9, having to take that level 1 coaching certification, and then that kind of grows and transgresses and becomes all this big, massive thing. At what point did you know that this was something that you really enjoyed and wanted to focus on?
Well, I think like in U9, it was like every girl wanted to, I come into the room and I had like 15 girls hugging me. And, at the end of the year, it's like you get emotional to say goodbye. And I think just in that moment, I was like, okay, I think, it's deeper than just the game, right? And I knew I wanted to, bring that to other teams. And so, obviously as I've gone through, I've built my way up and, again, super grateful that I'm here.
Who inspired you?
My dad, definitely. He coached and he coached me and my siblings. And he's just someone that still to this day, he's at every single game and we're debriefing after every single game. And without that, I definitely wouldn't be where I am.
Okay, so my favorite thing with my kids is the debrief, right? That happens in the front seat of the vehicle when we're on the way home. Well, what did you think about this? What did you think about that? Has that changed at all over the course of the time now that you're the coach too?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's definitely a lot better now that I'm the coach and not the player. Let's just say that. And I know, like, my dad's super proud of me. And I think, like, just it's not ever overstepping. It's just that support, and hey, I just throw this out there and just kind of bouncing ideas off each other. Just to have that sounding board, it obviously means a lot to me. So, yeah.
Pretty good product that is on the ice in this province when it comes to under 18 AAA female hockey. Of course, the Weyburn Gold Wings were national champions. You see what the Saskatoon Stars have done and the Regina Rebels most recently as well. Why are Saskatchewan female hockey players so darn good?
That's a good question. Obviously, it starts, as they're developing when they're younger and as they continue to build. I think it goes through, certain age groups, and this 2010 group coming up, they're really, really strong and really, really deep. So, throughout the years, obviously they have influential coaches like power skating, skills coaches that, kind of build them up to where they get. But,
So if you go back over, I'm going to get kicked by Tegan when I say this. What I was going to say, when you go back over a decade since you played under 18, sorry to say that. That's just,
Yeah.
But how has the game changed since you were actually playing?
Oh gosh, like insane amounts. Just obviously the females involved, it's insane. And then you look at Jessica Campbell and, what she's doing, and all these, female athletes that have so much opportunity. It started with the U15 AA league coming in, and then the U13 AA league. And then obviously, that's definitely what's helped these female athletes develop is, getting these good players together from a young age, and then they build and they have that, that competitiveness. And yeah.
You talk about how the game has changed ever since, you were playing at this level. But how much does something like the PWHL and the resurgence of women's hockey really continue to help with the growth of the game right here in our own province?
Well, 100%. I mean, and then girls get to see that, right? And it's like, well, these girls are now, you can watch them on your TV, right? I mean, that was unheard of, a while back, and to have all these people in attendance at these games, right? Like it's obviously super special for the female game. And again, just having role models to look up to that you can consistently watch. And I think female hockey's come so far.
It's interesting. I had my eyes wide open. It was a couple of years ago, a conversation that I was having with friends of ours who had daughters that were playing ringette and hockey. And I said, oh, it must be a heck of a choice. And how do you make that choice, so on and so forth? And the answer was clear. Why do you have to make a choice? Because these females are athletes. And is that a true statement? Just that nobody needs to make a choice. You just do what you want to do and then excel at it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, and multi-sport athletes, it's something that I think is super important, when they're young. And I'm not a huge believer of hockey all year round. I think, if you have the chance to play, multiple sports and throw some hockey in here or there, well, especially while they're young, obviously, as they get older, it changes a bit, and you obviously have to focus on one. But as they're young, get them, let them be athletes, and yeah, it'll just grow them as players and as people.
Tegan mentioned the PWHL, but there's a lot of opportunities for female athletes, right? When it comes to scholarships, both here in Canada and south of the border, right? Like, and you're a big part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of opportunities, and for the girls that are graduating from our team, we have 4, and it's like, okay, you want to play after? Like, there's so many places to go now, right? Which it's just so cool, and so happy that the game's grown this much and they have places that they get to go.
How important or how instrumental do you want to be in that development beyond under 18 hockey?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to, obviously grow as a coach. And I think this U18 Canada Winter Games is a big opportunity for me. I've been a head coach for 5 years. So to be able to, be an assistant and kind of sit back and learn again. And I still learn. I have new assistant coaches this year, and they've been awesome. And again, it's just taking lessons from everybody that you come across, right? And how can you be the best? So yeah, obviously would love to continue my coaching career, however that ends up, but this is a good stepping stone for that.
And where do you want to see your own personal development then? Is that systems, is that styles, is that practice planning, program planning, all of the above?
Yeah, I think all of the above, honestly. I mean, I do things my way right now, but I think it's consistently changing, and the people that I come across influence that. And, again, with Alana Serhan, the head coach, obviously I coach against her in the U18 AAA league. So, to be able to learn from her and get some things, obviously it's super exciting.
So as a coaching staff, you're not from the same community. Do you collaborate somehow in advance? Okay, these are going to be your responsibilities. Here's we want to go. How is that set out?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually it just started this past weekend. We had the first evaluation in Saudi. And then from there we cut down to the top 80. And then we cut down again. So, I mean, Winter Games is still over a year away, and we've already started preparing for that. And then, Alana just kind of sets out our roles and responsibilities collaboratively, what our strengths are kind of, and then we kind of go from there throughout the times that we see each other. And
so that's a big investment of time now. You got a year and a half, but man, that's going to fly by in an instant. Have you had a chance to meet everybody that's on your coaching staff, or are you guys still kind of ironing out the specifics there?
Yeah, we met this past weekend, and I've known them, for a while, just being involved. This is also my 10th year of being involved with Hockey Sask, and throughout U16s, Female Futures, jamborees all across Saskatchewan. So there's been a ton of involvement there, and all these people are involved as well. So I've known them for a while.
You mentioned earlier relationships, and obviously when you're building relationships, I would assume the toughest part is when you have to go ahead and let someone down. Sorry, this role isn't suited for you. This isn't a good fit on our team at this time. Is that the most difficult part of coaching that you've encountered so far?
100%. This year was my first year releasing people and definitely being an empathetic person and those relationships, and no doubt that's by far the hardest thing that I've had to do, honestly, probably in my life, as well as coaching.
Well, don't worry. When you're like me and as gifted as I was, like, we get used to it. It's all good. After the second or third time you're cut, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, it makes people better people, right? And at the end of the day, if you get everything you want in life, like, it just doesn't happen, right? Whether it's in sport or in your career, like, so it's good to build people, but I had to keep reminding myself that when it's that hard to do.
So Cassie Schlamp, head coach of the Weyburn Gold Wings. Obviously, you were just appointed as an assistant coach for the female U18 team, representing your home province of Saskatchewan at the 27 Canada Winter Games. Now, before we have to let you go here, I wanted you to talk a bit about your current roster in Weyburn. Leadership has been a through line of this conversation. So maybe talk a little bit about some of the leaders that you're seeing on your squad.
Yeah, absolutely. We have obviously our leadership group it starts with the captain, Nola Exner. She's just a sweetheart. Truly, she's like a mother in the room, takes everybody under her wing. But I mean, it goes through, we have, Macy Gronwagen, Tristan Todischuk, Julia Durr, Liv Peck. Like, we have so many that are assistants, right? And then you get down to, we have 11 rookies. So we have 9 2010s on our team. And, we have some quality leaders there as well. They're just the best group of kids. I'm seriously it's been so awesome. And I seriously love them all to death. It's awesome.
So probably the hardest question of this conversation, being a Weyburn guy, right, is the bacon cheeseburger still the go-to at the concession?
The concession's been actually really good. They have, I think it's new owners. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but they have a lot of good things on their menu.
So we're not confirming or denying the bacon cheeseburger.
That was a very political response there, Cassie.
Yeah. Well, the bacon cheeseburger, I mean, I haven't had it, but the girls do talk about the cheeseburgers. So when they go to Red Wings games and stuff, they have had them. They have said positive reviews about them. So
holding out for the KFC buffet. Solid move.
Yeah.
Absolutely classic. Well, you guys might have to order some of those cheeseburgers and watch some Canadian Olympic women's hockey.
100%. Yeah, that sounds like a great night.
Who are you watching for when it comes to the women's team?
Well,
Who do you think is going to be explosive?
I hope Canada obviously comes out on top, and there's so many good players, and I just, for our girls to be able to, sit there and watch that and dream of that, right? I mean, it's so special, and to only have it every 4 years, and obviously to have the men's side too now, with the NHL players back, it's an exciting time of year. So.
Okay, you're watching the game with your team. Team Canada is playing the U.S. You can pick anybody on the ice. Who do you want in particular for your team to watch and say, this is how you do it?
Oh, gosh, there's so many.
I told you the cheeseburger was going to be the hardest question. This is going to be the easiest one now.
Yeah, Emily Clark, obviously.
Yeah.
Sask girl.
Good call. I'd have gone with that. Can't go wrong with Emily. And again, she's experienced. She's been to this tournament before and knows what to do, right? That's got to be a big advantage, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we just need her to convince the powers that be to bring us one of those U.S.-Canada rivalry games back to Regina, or Weyburn, for that matter.
Yes, yeah, Weyburn would be awesome.
I can see that.
Yeah?
With a cheeseburger.
Ooh, and then a stop at the KFC buffet later.
On the way home. There you go.
See? We already have all of the food figured out. We got this. We should be event planners.
That's right.
We could
Look
figure
at us
this out.
go.
Good. You guys want to plan my wedding?
I'm trying to plan my own right now, Cassie. It ain't going so well.
Hey, all I'll say is that someone in this conversation once suggested that a water balloon fight at a wedding might have been a good idea. You guys decide what you want to do.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I thought so too.
Not where my mind went, that's for sure. Cassie Schlamp, again, congratulations so much on the appointment. So well deserved, and we can't wait to see you in action 2027, coaching behind the bench for Team Saskatchewan. Also, by the way, a quick little nugget here. As soon as I brought up your name around the office, it's like, Cassie Schlamp, she's going to be coming in to chat with us on the cage. Apparently you worked here once upon a time.
Yes, yep, I did work there on the street team. Actually, for a while when I was just turned of age to have a job. That was one of my first jobs. So, yeah.
Well, clearly we didn't tick you off too much, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Awesome. Congratulations again, Cassie, head coach of the Weyburn Gold Wings. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you guys so much. You too. Take care.